Tanjiro Kamado lives a quiet, peaceful life with his family in the snowy mountains of Japan, providing for them by selling charcoal at the nearby town. One day he returns home and finds his entire family slaughtered in a demon attack, with the exception of his younger sister Nezuko, who has been transformed into a demon herself. A demon slayer, Giyu Tomioka, appears to kill Nezuko, but Tanjiro attempts to defend her. Surprised to see Nezuko resist her demonic urges and impressed by Tanjiro's potential, he decides to spare her life, telling him to go find a man named Sakonji Urokodaki on Mount Sagiri. Tanjiro and Nezuko bury their family before departing. Tanjiro and Nezuko make their way toward Mount Sagiri when they encounter a demon residing in a nearby temple. They manage to restrain it, but Tanjiro finds himself hesitant to kill it, leaving it to burn in the sunlight. At this time, he meets Sakonji, who chastises him for his poor resolve and warns him of the dire consequences should Nezuko ever kill a human. After letting Nezuko rest, Sakonji puts Tanjiro through a test to prove his worthiness by climbing up and descending the hazardous and trap-infested Mount Sagiri. Tanjiro succeeds in the task, and after recalling the letter from Giyu requesting him to train Tanjiro to become a demon slayer, Sakonji accepts him as his student. To become a demon slayer, Tanjiro must survive an event called Final Selection. He undergoes a year of harsh physical training while learning about the total concentration and water-breathing techniques. With everything to know laid out, Sakonji gives Tanjiro an ultimate task to allow him to partake in Final Selection: slice an immense boulder. 6 months pass without any progress when Tanjiro is confronted by a fellow swordsman, Sabito, who criticizes him for his weaknesses. Another swordsman, Makomo, helps to train Tanjiro. She reveals they both are former students of Sakonji. 6 months of further training concludes with a final spar, where Tanjiro successfully strikes Sabito. As the two commend him for his success and vanish in a haze, it is revealed his slash has sliced the boulder in half. Sakonji is shocked by Tanjiro's achievement as he believed it was impossible, telling him to come back alive from Final Selection. He arrives alongside a group of others who also aspire to be demon slayers, and they learn from the overseers that they must survive for 7 days amongst demons trapped in the mountains. During his battles, he encounters the Hand Demon, a giant, grotesque demon who he learns specifically targets and kills the students of Sakonji, including Sabito and Makomo. Despite the demon nearly overwhelming Tanjiro, he manages to overcome his defenses and successfully slices his neck with his water breathing. As the demon burns to ash, Tanjiro senses a scent of sadness from his remains and prays he will be reborn in a better life. With his death, the souls of his victims are put to rest. Tanjiro survives the 7 days and finds only 3 other survivors. After receiving his starting rank and choosing the ore to make his sword, Tanjiro returns to Mount Sagiri, where he reunites with Sakonji and a reawakened Nezuko. A swordsmith named Haganezuka arrives afterwards to give Tanjiro his sword, surprising everyone that it turns black. His Kasugai Crow appears to provide him with the details for his first mission, to investigate a village where young girls have been disappearing. Tanjiro travels to the village to investigate the disappearances, where he meets Kazumi, whose fiancée Satoko is the latest victim. Tanjiro waits until night arrives. A demon attempts to take his next victim, but Tanjiro intervenes and rescues her. He discovers that the Swamp Demon not only possesses 2 other clones of himself, but also can create puddles, allowing them to appear from anywhere. The demon also reveals all of his victims have already been devoured, including Satoko. Tanjiro struggles to protect Kazumi and the girl, while simultaneously attempting to kill the Swamp Demon, forcing Nezuko to intervene. While Nezuko protects Kazumi and the girl, Tanjiro jumps into the swamp to defeat 2 of the clones. Nezuko battles the last clone until Tanjiro corners it. He asks the demon about Muzan Kibutsuji, the original demon and the one capable of transforming people, but he refuses to speak, terrified by Muzan's previous threats. After killing the demon, Tanjiro consoles Kazumi over his loss before journeying to his next mission in Asakusa. In the city, Tanjiro detects a scent that was present in his house the day his family was killed. He follows it to a man with his wife and daughter, who turns out to be Muzan in disguise. While being confronted, Muzan turns a passerby into a demon in the crowd to make his escape. Muzan flees as Tanjiro struggles with the demon, but not before hearing his vow to kill him. Remembering a feared enemy from his past that wore the same earrings he saw on Tanjiro, Muzan tasks two demons, Susamaru and Yahaba, with killing him. Tanjiro is rescued by two demons, Tamayo and Yushiro, who both wish to see Muzan defeated. The siblings are brought to Tamayo's residence by Yushiro, where Tamayo reveals the possibility of creating a cure for Nezuko, though it will require blood from demons close to Muzan. As Tanjiro resolves to accomplish his new goal, the four are attacked by a horde of Temaris controlled by Susamaru and Yahaba. Susamaru uses her Temaris to destroy the house, revealing that she and Yahaba are members of the 12 Kazuki, powerful demons that serve directly under Muzan. Tanjiro struggles to attack the Temaris as they swerve in physically impossible directions and are difficult to slash. Yushiro helps him see the arrows that Yahaba is using to control their path. While Tanjiro faces Yahaba, Nezuko and Yushiro battle Susamaru. Initially, Yahaba overpowers Tanjiro by disrupting his attacks, and Nezuko's leg is blown off by Susamaru's Temari. However, Tanjiro recalls his training about water breathing and utilizes a combination of forms to use Yahaba's arrows in his favor and behead him. Yahaba repeatedly attacks Tanjiro before he eventually dies. After being healed by Tamayo, Nezuko increases in strength and fights Susamaru. Using her blood demon art, Tamayo tricks Susamaru into saying Muzan's name, triggering a curse that kills her. She realizes both were not of the 12 Kazuki after examining her eyeball, as it does not have a number engraved on it. Tanjiro laments over Muzan's cruelty, lying to demons to use their desperation. Despite Sakonji's hypnosis to make her believe all humans must be protected, Nezuko's recognition of the demons as human causes Tamayo to cry out of thankfulness. While traveling to his next mission, Tanjiro finds a demon slayer harassing a woman into marrying him. Tanjiro stops the demon slayer, Zenitsu Agatsuma, from disturbing the woman. He later joins him on his mission at a woodland mansion. They find two children, Shoichi and Teruko, who tell them their brother has been abducted. Leaving Nezuko's box outside, Tanjiro and Zenitsu enter the mansion when the children join them. They are then separated by the moving rooms. Tanjiro and Teruko find the demon controlling the mansion, while Zenitsu and Shoichi find another demon slayer wearing a boar mask. Tanjiro attempts to plan his attack on the demon when the masked demon slayer appears. The rogue demon slayer argues with Tanjiro over killing the demon when they are attacked by invisible slashes from the demon's drumming. Separated into rooms again, Tanjiro finds Teruko's brother Kiyoshi. When Zenitsu and Shoichi are cornered by a demon, he loses consciousness out of fear, and whilst asleep, he uses his thunder breathing to kill it. The masked demon slayer also finds a demon, but easily dispatches it. The drum demon, Kyogai, reveals his wish to reclaim his place amongst the 12 Kazuki, previously stripped of his rank by Muzan. After directing the siblings to safety, Tanjiro battles Kyogai and adapts to his drum's movements. Angered by Tanjiro's persistence, Kyogai attacks erratically, recalling painful memories from his human life of being mocked for his drumming. Despite his injuries, Tanjiro maintains his water breathing and beheads Kyogai. He hears Tanjiro acknowledge his blood demon art and cries as he fades to ash. Tanjiro takes Kyogai's blood with a vial and gives it to Tamayo's cat. Taking the siblings outside, he finds Zenitsu, who was thrown outside the mansion earlier, being kicked by the rogue demon slayer for protecting Nezuko. He reveals he had known all along Tanjiro had been carrying a demon, but chose to believe he had a good reason. Tanjiro defends him and attacks the rogue demon slayer. Despite the taboo of demon slayers to harm one another, Tanjiro fights back and eventually headbutts the rogue demon slayer to make him stop, causing his mask to fall. When his face is revealed, he introduces himself as Inosuke Hashibira. Tanjiro's Kasugai Crow directs the three to descend the mountain. Bidding the siblings farewell, they travel to a house where an elderly woman helps them rest and recover. Inosuke explains he only entered final selection to test his abilities on demons. Zenitsu asks Tanjiro for his reason in carrying a demon, just as Nezuko appears. Angered at Tanjiro for having a girl with him all along, Zenitsu chases him without allowing him time to explain. After recovering, the trio are informed of their next mission on Mount. Natagumo, Inosuke and Tanjiro enter the mountain, while a fearful Zenitsu stays behind. They find its forest covered in spider webs and meet another demon slayer, Murata, who reveals the demon slayers sent to the mountain began to spontaneously kill each other. They are attacked by the demon slayers, but realize they are being puppeteered by the webs. A childlike demon confronts them, demanding they leave or be killed by his mother. Needing a plan, Inosuke uses his beast breathing to pinpoint the location of a distant demon. Meanwhile, the Demon Slayer Corps send two Hashiras, Giyu and Shinobu Kocho, to intervene. Murata holds off the controlled demon slayers while Tanjiro and Inosuke venture further and find the remaining puppets, some of whom are still alive. Mother, who controls them, is threatened by her son, Rui, into killing them quicker. Tanjiro and Inosuke manage to stop the webs, but Mother kills her puppets. They then face her strongest puppet, a large, headless demon, which they kill by coordinating their attacks together. Inosuke throws Tanjiro into the air where he spots Mother and descends to kill her. Realizing she would be freed from the abuse she has been suffering, she surrenders and Tanjiro opts to give her a painless death. Thankful of his actions, she warns Tanjiro that a member of the 12 Kazuki is on the mountain. While searching for Nezuko, Zenitsu finds captured demon slayers transforming into spiders. Son of the spider family emerges, revealing he has been bitten. Believing he will die, he reminisces on his past and reflects on how he repeatedly refused to train, despite wanting to make his master proud. Zenitsu loses consciousness and attacks Son, who continually interrupts his form, the first and only form of thunder breathing he can do. Despite being poisoned, he beheads Son with his own variation of thunder breathing before attempting to slow the poison. Tanjiro and Inosuke encounter Daughter when she calls to her father, who emerges from the forest. Giyu and Shinobu arrive at Mount Natagumo and split up. Tanjiro's and Inosuke's blades are unable to cut father's skin. He eventually flings Tanjiro away, leaving Inosuke to face him alone. Zenitsu, near death, is found by Shinobu. After landing in the forest, Tanjiro sees Rui torturing Daughter over family matters. He calls their familial bond fake, enraging Rui. Tanjiro battles him, but is overwhelmed by his powerful threads. Rui, angered by his refusal to surrender, threatens to kill him slowly. Inosuke is quickly overpowered by Father, and his swords break when he attempts to cut Father's neck. Giyu intervenes and kills Father, saving him. Tanjiro tries a frontal attack against Rui, resulting in his sword being sliced in half. Impressed by Giyu, Inosuke challenges him but is denied. Shinobu gives Zenitsu an antidote, while the others are tended by Kakushi, trained assistants to the demon slayers. Tanjiro is overpowered by Rui, and Nezuko is forced to intervene. Seeing their bond, Rui declares her his new sister before revealing his rank as Lower 5. He takes Nezuko and restrains her. Using water breathing's last form, Tanjiro cuts through Rui's threads, but he strengthens new ones with blood and traps Tanjiro in a blood demon art. Near death, he remembers how his father would perform a night-long ritualistic dance with a special breathing style. Using his father's Hinokami Kagura, he destroys Rui's attack and overwhelms him, while Nezuko uses her own blood demon art, igniting her blood to burn his threads, allowing Tanjiro to behead him. Despite their efforts, Tanjiro discovers Rui had beheaded himself, avoiding death. He attempts to kill him once more but is intercepted by Giyu, who destroys his blood demon art and beheads him. Daughter flees the forest and remembers when she was found by Rui. He had already recruited others into his family, assigning them different roles, but they were tormented by his twisted view of a family. She finds Murata and traps him in an acidic cocoon. Shinobu appears and restrains her, pretending to befriend her but only after punishing daughter for her murders. Unable to behead demons, she wields a special sword laced with wisteria-based poison. She kills daughter and frees Murata. Seeing Tanjiro hugging Nezuko, Rui remembers his futile attempt to feel a familial bond. Born with a frail body, Rui was confined indoors, till Muzan met and transformed him one night. His parents discovered he devoured someone and tried to kill him. He kills them both, but realized they only acted out of penance, haunting him. He crawls to Tanjiro, who comforts him after sensing his grief. Rui is reunited with his parents in hell, who forgive him. Giyu scolds Tanjiro for showing Rui pity, but he defends demons as tragic creatures. Giyu remembers the siblings and defends them from Shinobu. Tanjiro flees with Nezuko, but a girl intercepts them, knocking him unconscious but failing to kill Nezuko. A Kasugai crow announces that the siblings are to be taken to the Demon Slayer's headquarters, while Inosuke and Zenitsu are found by the Kakushi. Tanjiro soon finds himself in front of the Hashira. The Hashira, the strongest of the Demon Slayer Corps, believe Tanjiro and Nezuko should be executed alongside Giyu, who acted against orders. Tanjiro explains himself, but they discredit him as bias. The Wind Hashira, Sanemi Shinazugawa, stabs Nezuko through her box, leading Tanjiro to attack him. Entering the trial, their leader, Kagaya Ubuyashiki, reveals he has sanctioned the siblings. When the Hashira disagree, he reveals a letter from Sakonji, who believes Nezuko is capable of resisting humans, adding that he, Giyu, and Tanjiro will kill themselves should it happen. Kagaya also reveals that Tanjiro has met Muzan. The Hashira realize his importance, but Sanemi aims to prove Nezuko can't be trusted and attempts to entice Nezuko with his blood. In front of all, Nezuko resists Sanemi's taunts. Kagaya, seeing this as proof, officially acknowledges both as demon slayers. The siblings are taken by the Kakushi to Shinobu's estate, the Butterfly Mansion, to recover. Tanjiro meets Shinobu's protege, Kanao Tsuyuri, who he recognizes as the girl from Final Selection. He reunites with Zenitsu, Inosuke, and Murata, who are all in recovery. During a meeting, the Hashira reflect on the worsening damage caused by demons and the less skilled new demon slayers. Kagaya realizes that Rui's drastic actions are a diversion to hide Muzan's location, as he did in Asakusa. Despite the shortcomings, Kagaya reaffirms his faith in the Hashira. He vows that they will kill Muzan without fail. After recovering, Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke partake in rehabilitation training, involving 3 unusual challenges. Zenitsu and Inosuke soon quit when they cannot progress. The girls of the Butterfly Mansion, Sumi, Kyo, and Naho, inform Tanjiro of a different technique called Total Concentration Constant. He undergoes his own training to learn it. When he meets Shinobu, she commends him for his spirit, and later reveals her reason to hate demons, as her elder sister was killed by one. Hearing her trust in him, Tanjiro remembers the pain of his family's death and his promise to Nezuko. Zenitsu and Inosuke see Tanjiro's progression and join him in training. Shinobu encourages Kanao to join them. She flips a coin and remembers her past. Born to an abusive family, she broke psychologically for showing emotion. She was found by Shinobu and her sister Kanai and adopted as a sister. Despite her inability to make decisions, Kanai refused to give up and gives her a coin to help her decide. Kanao walks away from the trio training after making her choice. Tanjiro and Inosuke receive new swords from Haganazuka and Kozo Kanamori, respectively. Tanjiro soon succeeds in beating Kanao. Afterwards, he asks Shinobu about his Hinokami Kagura, who directs him towards the flame Hashira Kyojuro Rengoku. Alone with Nezuko, Tanjiro reaffirms his goal to aid Tamayo's research and return his sister's humanity. She unexpectedly encourages him, giving him hope. After Rui's death, Muzan summons the remaining 5 lower ranks to an interdimensional castle. Angered by their weakness, he kills them all but spares lower one Enmu, strengthening him with his blood. Muzan also incentivizes killing Tanjiro. The trio are assigned to join Kyojuro on a train to investigate its disappearances. He farewells the mansion's inhabitants, including Kanao, who, after explaining her process of flipping a coin to make personal choices, Tanjiro convinces to instead listen to the voice of her heart and decide herself. The 3 arrive at the train station and jump onto the train as it leaves, which has Kyojuro and Enmu on board.